Hello everybody, this is Knoxef, and if my voice sounds a little bit weird, it's because I'm pretty sick, but in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do train loading and unloading. So the point of this video is going to be getting 4 blue lines from one destination to another in the simplest, easiest way possible. This is for people who've never touched trains before. I'm sure if you're good at trains, there'll be a lot of better ways to do this. But this is the way that I have fast learned how to use trains. And so, what I'm setting up is I'm setting up input and output in this little test setup. In reality, these rails will be a lot longer and a lot farther away, but I'm going to use this just simple setup for a test. And so, I'm going to be using this blueprint, and this is my edited version of a blueprint made by Niehaus. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but I'll have a link in the description. This unloader and loader was designed by them. I don't take any credit for it. It's really good. I've made it like slightly few edits, but all in all, this is what I think that you should use. And so I'll construct all of it, and then I'll come back when it's all constructed, and so I can show you how it works and how you can use it yourself. Alright, so it's all set up, and as you can see, I have created a train, and it's kind of running away. Just gotta add stops a little bit. It's kind of runaway train. There we go. Alright. Actually, no, it should not be stopping here. So, what you need to do is on the unloading station, it needs to be empty cargo, and on the loading station, it needs to be full cargo. You can do that in this menu. So it's pretty simple, and that basically just lets your train run. So it fills up here, and then goes and unloads there. And so, you can use this blueprint, you can pause the video and assemble it yourself, but as you can see, it does work. It's taking from a belt evenly, it's not doing things skewed, and all of the cargo wagons should fill up at right about the same time. Those chests are buffer chests, so that way it's always taking 4 lanes in, and that just increases the speed of how fast it can load, because loading the wagons is almost always going to be the limiting factor, because you can almost always unload them faster than you can load them. And so right here what I'm doing is I'm just setting up some infinity chests, because very soon I'm going to run out of space for like storing this, and so I'm just creating some infinity chests with the option to not to throw away unfiltered items, just so I can sort it and so I can see and make sure that I have a constant stream of iron. And so you can also see the train there, it's just finished, and so now it is left. So I'll finish the setting up and I'll show you what it will look like when it's fully functional with only one train. I'll get into using multiple trains after I've done the fast one train setup. Okay, so it's all set up and it's taking in a load of iron. So this train can go to the loading station, completely fill up, come back here and unload, and in the time that it takes to go across, it's faster than those buffer chests running out. And also you can see these buffer chests are filling up while these ones are unloading. And so if it takes longer to come around, then what will happen is that the buffer chests, this one right there, that'll just empty out, and when that empties out, you'll lose your stream of constant iron, or really whatever. This doesn't have to be iron, it could be anything that stacks to 100, and so what you need to do is, depending on the length of your track, you need multiple trains, and so usually I use 2. If it's really short, I only need to use 1, and if it's really long, you might need to use multiple, but I'm just going to be showing you the 2. And so, the way for setting up 2 trains is, you have 2 stations, so you just plop a train in one station, place another in the other one, copy and paste the timings, like the stations to go to. So you can see, this is what will happen if it takes too long, it'll run out of iron. And so, yeah, so what I'll do is I'll create a second train, and I'll put this way over here into the station. I grab some cargo wagons. There we go. And so this is starting to fill up while the other one is emptying out. And so, while this one empties up, the other one will unload, and it'll remain a constant cycle. So if some of the veterans are out there and watching this, then there's a very, very obvious problem that'll happen right about now, and that is that they crash into each other. And so to do this properly, we are going to need to use signals. Okay, so one train is here, the other train is there, so now we can use signals. You want to put one signal on either side of the unloading station, and make sure it's on the same side. All four of them are on the same side, because if not, it'll get wanky. So if you see right here, that train stops instead of hitting it because there's a light, and it stops right in front, and so when that one goes past the stop light in front of it, then the other one will go and start filling up, and this one will go to unload. So if you have a light in front and back of each unloading station, then you'll have no problem with collision. So to prove that this works, I'll enter a time lapse to show you. Alright, so it's been about 5-10 minutes, and as you can see, the buffer chests are still full. If the buffer chests go up, then that means it's good. If they go down, then that means that you need more trains. So now that we know that that system works, I want to show you the full version. And so this is a sandbox mod that I've been playing on for quite a while, and as you can see, it has a total of 14 unloading stations. And so it goes from iron smelting over here. You can see it takes in a lot of iron, smelts it, loads it into a bunch of train loading systems. Then it loads the trains, and there are multiple going at once. So it travels across this big line, and it travels all the way across from the faraway ore smelting place, and then brings it up to the central location to unload. And because I also need some copper, I have a copper smelting over here, and that loads a second type of train, copper trains. So they load here, and then they travel all the way across, long train line up here, to then unload. So all 14 of these have constant belts, and that's everything that we possibly could want. And so yeah, each line has 2 trains, and so this is what it looks like at peak efficiency. So thank you all for watching. This has been Knoxef, and if you guys like the Factoro videos, then like and subscribe. Alright, see you in the next video. Goodbye.